Welcome to my first garden tour. I've been watching YouTube videos and I'm gonna try planting a garden. My dad passed away in June and he was really into gardening and permaculture and just being self-sustainable and kind to Mother Earth. And I think part of this desire that the Lord has just placed on my spirit to have a garden is in honor of him and a way to kind of carry on his legacy. So yeah, and also this is going to be just kind of a tour of our property that we bought back in January, and I think this is going to be like my before video, and hopefully in a few years I'll have some awesome actual garden footage to show you, because as you can see behind me there's absolutely nothing there. This is like a total blank slate right in front of our house here. We have like a circular driveway. I'll kind of pan around and show you. But yeah, this space right in front of the house, I didn't know what to do with it. This is how the house came. It was so plain. It was just covered in bark, and I had a couple different ideas. At first I was gonna do like a really low maintenance dry creek bed sort of landscaping with some grasses and just keep it super low maintenance. But when I started watching these videos on YouTube about gardening, and I visited a friend of mine, Kara Grandel, who has an amazing garden, and so she was telling me about this method too, the Back to Eden method of gardening, and it just sounds so perfect for what I'm thinking I want to do, I guess. So the premise of it is that you start with cardboard or newspaper on the ground to keep weeds down, or you can even do this over grass to kill the grass and prepare it for gardening. And then you put a layer of compost on. So I'm having 10 cubic yards of dirt delivered today to right there. So we'll see what that looks like when they deliver it. And then bark chips on top for mulch to protect the soil. So what I'm doing this fall, I guess right now it's the end of August, but I'm just gonna prep this area with dirt and then put the bark chips that are already there back on top, and hopefully by spring it will be ready to plant in. So eventually this front area is going to be my Back to Eden garden, and I'm excited. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just gonna take a little walk here, show you some other things around our property. We've been working on cleaning up this area down here. A good friend of ours, an awesome arborist, Morgan, came out and limbed up all of these trees along the driveway for us, and just got this area a lot more cleaned up and nice. And some other friends of ours came and helped stack all this wood, which I think turned out so pretty and functional. It kind of creates a little fence barrier between our property and the driveway, and it looks pretty. And then down here, the last owners or renters or whoever had been dumping their grass clippings, so I decided to start a compost pile here. I'd eventually like to have like an enclosure to keep it in and probably move it closer to where we'll be gardening, but for now this seemed like a good place for it off here in the trees, and since there was already grass clippings to start it, it was perfect. Our neighbors right here behind us that we share the fence with have horses, so they have nicely offered to mow the field for us and in exchange for keeping the hay. So they've already done that a couple times, and that's been great. This whole area used to be fenced back here for horses or something, but even when we bought it, the fence line was not intact. So we've been tearing a bunch of it down, and we're gonna move the fence a little so we have less pasture and hopefully more yard. So this is our backyard back here, and we just had a bunch of blackberries cleared out of here. I posted some before and afters on my Facebook, but it was pretty incredible. We had Ready Reads here in Oregon City do that, and they were awesome to work with. We highly recommend them. They were such hard workers and so kind and communicative, and they did great work. So we had just all these blackberry brambles. There was a dead tree there, and it was just a mess. And I mean, it still kind of is a mess, but at least we are getting it cleared out, so I can get a vision for what we want back there. But we want to extend the backyard a little bit over the hillside, and probably plant some more trees back here where we took all the blackberries out, because they were creating kind of a privacy shield for us in the backyard, and now that's gone. So if anybody has any recommendations on what might grow good back here, we'd love to have like some fruit producing trees. You used to not be able to see through here. Like, we would not have been able to see the house from there, but with all the blackberries gone, we have kind of a gap there that we need to fill with something new. So that is on the to-do list for this fall. Oh, there's so many bunnies around here. I saw some bunnies hopping around. So yeah, all of this down to that fence line behind me is ours, our 5 acres. And I'm just coming around the east side of the house now, back over by the barn here. I'll give you a view of the other side of our house, and we have our new puppy Benji over here. Hi, Benji Boos. So the house already had this nice fenced dog area. Benji's got that sweet dog house to hang out in, and he does get to come out and run around. He just sleeps in there at night, and we haven't let him out yet this morning. Whew. It's good exercise, walking around 5 acres. So, side note, I didn't think I would enjoy having property. I could be a city girl. I could live somewhere where you didn't have to have a car and you just took public transportation everywhere. But I'm also really enjoying this, and I'm so excited to start growing stuff. I want to grow food and eat fresh food out of the garden, because I feel like even when we try to eat healthy and we're buying food at the store, it's so treated with who knows what, and how, you don't know how long ago it was picked. And yeah, I'm having a hard time trusting our food supply. So I want to be able to grow my own food. So we have this other area, kind of little side yard over here, that we usually have a volleyball court set up out here. So Jenica might want that to stay. But even if we used part of the space for a volleyball court, there's still all of this other space right here behind me, between here and the dog run, and this is the water source right there. So I think that this might be a perfect location to have some raised beds. So I kind of want to try getting some raised cedar garden beds built over here. I'm thinking starting with 2, but I think we could fit more over if we started to expand. And also we realized there's a water spigot back there, sprinkler already set up, so somebody probably already had a garden here at some point. So that is my garden tour, or my garden vision, I guess, and I'm excited. And I just wanted to kind of have a documentation and a record of where it all began, because I love before and afters and transformations and seeing visions come to life. So thank you so much for watching this morning. I'm gonna sign off for now and let this puppy out.